Ever noticed how time behaves differently in airports? A $12 sandwich or a souvenir you'd normally skip suddenly feels like no big deal. Your routine disintegrates the moment you clear security. Decisions you'd normally agonize over seem strangely trivial. This isn't your imagination, it's by design. Airports exist in a world between worlds, what psychologists call a liminal space. Once you pass through security, you're in a no man's land between countries and time zones. The normal markers of place and time fade away, often leaving you disoriented. Crowds press in, announcements echo, and there's a subtle background anxiety about potentially missing your flight. Why do these spaces make us feel so lost and anxious? And could it be on purpose? In this video, we'll explore how airport design, from architectural layouts to psychological cues, plays on your mind. We'll uncover the hidden strategies shaping your journey through the terminal, how every sign, corridor, and chair is carefully placed to manage crowds, influence your behavior, and even encourage you to spend money. By the end, you'll see how airports quietly nudge our decisions in ways most travelers never notice. The airport journey begins with stress, check-in lines, security pat-downs, and the fear of setting off alarms. But designers know that once you clear security, you relax, shifting into vacation mode. That's when the environment changes. You're funneled into a calmer space, filled with shops and cafes, often starting with a duty-free store. This isn't random. It's a recomposure area designed to capitalize on your post-stress relief. The layout guides you through a retail maze, a concept pioneered by Copenhagen Airport in the 1990s. The result, a 20% spike in retail revenue. Now airports globally, from Heathrow to Changi, mimic this design, using curves and detours to slow you down and draw your eyes to storefronts. Even signage is strategic, telling you 6 minutes to gate C30 instead of 500 meters, reduces anxiety and encourages browsing. Subtle environmental tweaks help too. Natural light, art installations, and indoor gardens calm nerves. By now, it's clear that an airport terminal isn't just a neutral space. It's a finely tuned machine for moving people and influencing their behavior. Every aspect of its design, from the route you walk to the chair you sit in, has been studied and optimized. Let's break down some of the subtle and not so subtle ways airports keep you both on track and under influence. Airports use what psychologists call choice architecture to shape your behavior without you even noticing. Escalators don't lead directly to your gate. They drop you into central plazas surrounded by food courts and high-end boutiques. Lounge chairs face shops, not exits. Moving walkways pause just short of the gate, so you're forced to reorient and notice what's around. And it's not just what you see, it's what you feel. The moment you're through security, ambient stress is replaced by softer lighting, warm wood textures, calming music, and even scent diffusion. All this is meant to signal one thing: you're safe now. You can relax, and maybe you can buy. The most powerful psychological tool at the airport is something designers call the golden hour, that liminal window between security and boarding when you're stuck, alert, and a little emotionally vulnerable. This is when you're most likely to spend money. Duty-free shops know this. Restaurants know this. Even the architecture knows this. You're funneled, lit, and positioned toward experiences that relieve boredom with consumption. It's subtle, and that's the point. When you're anxious, you seek comfort. When you're waiting, you seek novelty. Airports offer both for a price. Retail zones often mimic shopping malls, but with higher emotional stakes. Time pressure, fatigue, gratitude that you made it through security. These aren't just emotions, they're triggers. That $40 souvenir, that $12 cocktail, that spontaneous neck pillow you didn't really need. All of it makes sense in the airport because the context, the lights, the path, the lack of time references has shaped your perception of value. You feel like you're making choices. In truth, you're being guided. Airports aren't trying to trick you. They're trying to manage you, and that distinction matters. In a space that moves tens of millions of people, chaos isn't an option. So designers plan your path, your pauses, and even your purchases. What feels like freedom is actually flow. And flow is engineered. But now that you know the signs, the curves that slow you down, the lighting that calms you, the timed gate announcements, and the overpriced luxuries you didn't know you wanted, you move differently. You become the observer, the passenger who sees the choreography. And maybe next time you pass through security and take that deep breath, you'll smile and think, ah, the golden hour begins.
Look, Frank, nobody's chasing you.